All right, guys, big day today. Getting the Charger into the garage. Hoping get it off the trailer today and hopefully get the engine pulled this afternoon. So we'll see how quickly you can get her off. Those two wheels that I showed you guys that were flat the other day, beads definitely broke, won't hold air. So this should be interesting. So get back at you once we get it inside. Wow. Well, that's what I call a 3-beer unload job right there. I don't think that could have been much harder or taken much longer than it did. So I think it took me, what, 2 hours or so to get this thing back off the trailer. So yeah, trailer came off the truck, car was halfway off the trailer, ended up having to use the old Cub Cadet there to yank it off the back of the trailer. So it was interesting. And actually, as I did it, I proceeded to drag the torsion bar support all the way up my goddamn driveway. And it's actually stuck in place exactly where it is right now. So figured I'd take a break, number 4 here, Yingling, and collect my thoughts, because this thing's a giant pain in the ass to move, man. Heavy car, really heavy car. So definitely screwed up my driveway for years to come. Oh, gotta love it. So, but got the vet outside for now. Neighbor's cutting wood, sorry about that. Maggie, got our blind bulldog here. She's absolutely zero help, but she's fun to have around. So, but yeah, we're gonna try to get this thing into the garage, and still really want to get this motor pulled out tonight. So sitting super low in the front. I think a lot of that's to do with the torsion bar support. Just totally basically ripped out of this thing. It's actually dragging across the ground, and I'm pretty sure it's hung up here in one of these cracks, but you can see, I mean, it is slammed on the ground where it's at right now. So I think getting this motor out of here is actually going to help out a lot and help lift the front of this car up. So yeah, fun night. Good thing I got a few more beers, so we'll see how fast this goes. All right, so I think I fixed our torsion bar dragging thing. So cargo strap around the torsion bar, on the steering column, it's pretty much good as new. So hopefully it won't drag anymore. We can get this thing in the garage. All right, guys, got her centered in here. Started jacking up the front and the back just to get it all centered up, and it was flexing pretty bad. So pretty much the entire kind of bucket here in the front was moving without the rest of the car moving. So there's no floor in it. Frame rails are super weak. There's not a whole lot holding it together. So I got my helper here. You ready to help, dude? What you got? You got your toolbox and your creeper. Sweet, okay. So we're gonna get started on this, and we're gonna get this engine and tranny out of here so that way we can lighten up the front of this car and get it leveled and kind of put it where it's gonna be here for the next several months. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Yeah. All right, guys, back out here for day 2. Did not get nearly as far as I wanted to yesterday. Ended up having some issues. Couldn't see anything. Got dark pretty quick, and to be quite honest with you, this thing is a giant pain in the ass to get out. So just with it sitting for so long, every bolt's broken, or pretty close to broken. You know, heads are rounding out, that sort of thing. So it's kind of slow moving, but I'll show you kind of how far we got last night. So didn't work too late, but did get the radiator pulled out. Did get most of the motor disconnected, and it's nice to finally get in here and kind of see what we got. So, you know, certainly a lot of rust and different things, different areas that we're going to cut out, but nothing really unexpected. Kind of the biggest thing that freaks me out is that as I'm jacking this car up, I can actually watch the front frame rails bend up and watch the rest of the car stay level. So it's going to be really interesting once I get the motor out on kind of how I can measure and just to make sure that the new front frame rails are right when they go in. So imagine it's going to take a ton of test fitting and just making sure that we get everything lined up so that way it all comes back and fits back properly. So, but yeah, so made a decent amount of progress. I do have it supported by jack stands and also with the jacks in the back to try to just keep it level, and it's solid now. So no more flexing, at least until we get this motor out. So let's see how far we get today. All right, guys, about to yank out this motor here, and wanted to show you guys something. So this car, 12,000 original miles. Like I said, it's been sitting since '78. Yeah, definitely shows signs that it's been sitting a long time. When I originally got this, I think in the first video I'd mentioned that it'd probably run. Yeah, I don't think so. So you can see in the exhaust ports here, I mean, it is just like heavy buildup. Inside of here, it's just completely full of rust. And I have not pulled the valve covers yet, but I wanted to do that and show you guys kind of what that looks like here at first glance. So motor that's been sitting for 42 years outside, you know what that looks like on the inside. So let's see what we got here. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think there's any saving this thing. That's bad. That's really bad. That's completely caked. And it stinks too. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's awful. Ugh. Gross. I don't even think I can give this thing away. Let's see if the other side's any better at all. There's quite a bit of rust on the other side too. Kind of coming out some of these supports here, and you can see all the rust and shit sitting in there. So let's see what we got on this side. All right, so let's pop this side. Oh God. Yeah, this side ain't any better. This thing's wasted. This motor's definitely junk. So sucks. It's the original motor. I was hoping to just put this thing on a crate, and I probably still will if somebody really truly wants it. You know, if I ever go to sell this thing. So, what do you guys think? Pretty gross?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty nasty. So, all right. Well, back to pulling this thing out. Pretty close. Got everything on the motor pretty much tied up. Gonna pull the mounts out, and then work on that tranny cross member mount. So. Should be pretty easy. I think the only thing holding it in is the ratchet strap from yesterday, so I'm sure it'll probably drop out and hopefully move pretty easy. So, but wanted to kind of show you guys that. So yeah, verify this motor is officially donezo. So I think I mentioned earlier too, the motor was kind of sitting right on top of this oil filter here, and you can tell, well, you can't really tell now because it rained, but definitely stained the shit out of my driveway. So I think when I was lifting it up and moving it around on the car trailer there, that it actually popped the oil filter and leaked a little bit in my driveway. So yeah, but got the car kind of level. We're gonna drop the front here and get the hoist hooked up to it and get it moving. So I'll see you there. Hey guys, well, motor's out. Sorry, I ended up having a battery issue. Didn't realize that it was not recording pretty much the entire time that I pulled this thing out. So nothing too major getting it out. Like I said earlier, the transmission was really not connected pretty much by anything. And yeah, so speed sensor, I think, and then also the cable going into the back of the trans here. Right here, had to cut it. I couldn't get it out, so not too big of a deal. But yeah, so motor's out. I got a ton of cleaning to do here. It is also Sunday, so gonna go and watch some football after we get cleaned up here. So big highlight, I guess, is cleaning my floor here with some ATF. So gonna have to go get some kitty litter and get that all dried up. But pretty excited. Cannot wait to get this thing back on its wheels and yeah, start doing some measuring and cleaning up, and then getting it ready to start swapping out these frame rails. So mentioned in the first video, I am going to probably start with the rockers on the inside and then work in the bracing and then ultimately get the frame rails in. So I want to show you guys kind of why this is freaking me out a little bit here. Hopefully you can see okay, but where these jacks are at, I mean, the frame rails are just punched up, blasted right through the floor. So it was like that when I got it, and like I said, just a little bit scary. So I'm gonna have to really do my due diligence here on measuring and making sure that everything's square. But at least I do have marks from where the torsion cross member was mounted previously, so I'll mark those out on both sides. So at least I know once I get the interrockers in place, then I know exactly where that torsion cross member goes, and that'll be a good starting place. So yeah, hell of a lot of work to do, but now it kind of all starts here getting that off. So I could definitely tell that once I pulled that motor out, the relief on the front end. So you can see it's really bad. So real chewed up all through here. My firewall actually looks pretty decent, which is a plus. Upper cowl definitely needs to go, so that'll be coming out too. So but the driver's side apron just completely chewed up. But yeah, nothing else too crazy. I mean, it's nothing unexpected at this point. Just a lot of work to do, but no, I can't wait to get started on it. So tell everybody she's ugly, but she's mine. So yeah, pretty pumped up. You pumped up, dude?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So all right, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Let's come back after I get things cleaned up, and then we'll start getting into probably interrockers next. So take care, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.